You might ask yourself, why the hell is he exposing himself if he has only 55 subscribers? Is it for the views? No. It's actually just because I didn't have anything else that I could show you aside from exposing myself in this video, because yeah, Monaco is not my greatest track and I am really bad at it. As we are now upgrading our car, you can see a major engine power upgrade, which will come in time for the Baku GP, or the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, how you like to call it. But yeah, in this video I am exposing myself how I actually make the Monaco Grand Prix, and this will also be the last season that Monaco is on the calendar. So, qualifying then, we are coming out of the pits and you can see we are straight going flat out into turn 1. You can see that we are still warming up our tires as they are cold in this game. And we use a perfect line through these corners. You can see I'm absolutely amazing at this track. No, but let's get real. We are coming to the end of our out lap, and you can see we try to start off flying lap and we spin around. Max Verstappen wants to get past us, and yeah, he can't because we are blocking him. And as you can see, we are now we are now trying to put in a lap, but you can see we are using flashbacks actually. Maybe you didn't notice, but in Monaco I use a lot of them, because as you can see I can't drive at all here at the Monaco circuit. So yeah, I use it quite a lot. At the other tracks I don't use it, or maybe only once or twice, just because I'd crash out in the first lap and then I don't have a video. So yeah, it's only for content purpose and not for anything else. And as you can see, it's going wrong a lot of times, even before we got out of the tunnel. But luckily we get through it, maybe not this time and maybe not the next one, but we will get through this tunnel section in a few moments time. And this should be the final attempt at getting through this section. As you can see now, through the chicane we go, and finally we are on to the next corners, as we are getting to the last part of this lap. And you can see onto the start finish straight, and we are absolute shit, because we are 2.5 seconds behind Magnussen, so no goodies there. As qualifying is complete and we are once again using flashbacks. It's unbelievable how many flashbacks we use in a single qualifying session here in Monaco. That's why it's leaving the calendar for next season. I'm only going to use 16 races in the coming seasons. And as you can see, we are only P21. We are not even last, which is surprisingly... yeah, it surprised me a lot because we are not fast at all. My teammate Jensen Button is P9, only 2.5 tenths away. Oh no, it's 2.9 tenths away from pole position, so hopefully he can get into Q3 and have some points for us this weekend, as we are only faster than Nicholas Latifi and 1 second off pole position.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That's how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1 mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Daniel Ricciardo has a clear view ahead of him from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Russell, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Leclerc, Button, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, and Sergio Perez, Norris, Albon, Kevin Magnussen, and Ocon, Gasly, Schwartzman, Guan Yu Zhou, and Yuki Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, the engineer, Latifi, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen? That was a great win in the last race, but can they keep that momentum going into this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
We are starting in P20 and here we go then. 5 lights are coming on and away we go in P20, but of course we have a bad start and we lose 2 positions. Coming into turn 1, here we go down the inside, but unfortunately we have damage and we spin around.
Luckily, there's something called flashback.
Yes indeed, and we are starting again. Here we go then, 5 lights are on. And when they're out, we are underway, as you can see right now. Once again, a bad start. Nicholas Latifi is past us already, but Lance Stroll is stuck behind us. And as you can see, a little bit later on in the lap, we have actually overtaken Latifi and Zhou. So we are back up into P18. But how long can we hold on to this? As we are already falling back a bit behind Gasly and Tsunoda. You can see still within 1 second, but DRS doesn't do much here. As we have 39 laps on this track, and I don't think I can finish that without any wing damage. But of course we have the flashbacks, and we are using them a lot in this race. As you can see, our first warning already in lap 3, even though there are almost no corners that we can cut. And once again through Raskas, we have a terrible line. And we are now outside that 1 second gap. And Zhou Guanyu is still close behind us, of course. And now he's going down the inside of us. And he is overtaking us. He's overtaking us actually. But hopefully we can overtake him back into turn 1. Let's have a look here then, as we are now entering lap 6. Here we go, down the inside. And as you can see, we clip the left-hand side of the left-hand wall. And we are out of the race, but of course we have something called flashbacks, not flashbacks. As you can see, we are using it once again quite a few times, as I wasn't happy at all with what was happening, as you can see. So now should be the time that I have finally figured out how I should get through this corner. And we are now side by side with Zhou Guanyu. We get a collision warning. And around the outside of Sandevod we go, and we are back up into P18. As you can see, lap 7 then, we are already 6 seconds behind Gasly and Tsunoda. So we are absolute dog shit here in Monaco. Luckily this video isn't 25 minutes long as the others are, because otherwise you would see me go as slow as possible. And we spin around even though we are slow as a Williams, or even slower we should say. But we spin around, as you can see. We hit the wall with our rear wing, and we just get away with it with no damage at all. But speaking about damage, we are in lap 10 and you can see we have no front wing anymore. And we are 12 seconds behind Lance Stroll. So this means that I am about to race quit. And that's why I told you guys that I didn't have to show anything. But as you can see, we absolutely smashed our car. but we still survive. How is this possible? Our car is invincible. So we eventually crash out on purpose because I was done with this race and I wanted to get on with it. So yeah, race over.
That's it then for another nail-biting Monaco Grand Prix. We were on the edge of our seats the whole time, but they've come through to take a stunning victory.
What the fuck?
What do you think it was today, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium.
So I don't know what happened there. One of the Red Bulls crashed into the McLarens, but it's a McLaren 1-2 here in Monaco. Daniel Ricciardo wins the Monaco Grand Prix, and Lewis Hamilton finishes off the podium. Oh no, it's not Lewis Hamilton, it's George Russell. I was looking at my phone, so I didn't know which of the two Mercedes drivers it was. But that is it for today already. As we are now going to have a look at the standings of how the race finished, and this Jenson Button in P9. He qualified in P7, so he lost 2 positions, but still it's 2 points for us here in Monaco. And as we are going to have a look further down the standings, you can see that I finished in P22 with a DNF. So yeah, guys, that was it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and then I will see you in the next episode, which could be on your screen right now, so please click on it, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.